a map of self-care. This video is a recap of all the content that we have covered so far. Hi, this is Nirmala Shekhar, a coach and a body talk practitioner from Singapore, and this video is covering all the content on a map of self-care that I have covered so far. The first overview video was to introduce the map of self-care which I have put together. The map includes 5 different areas of self-care: emotional needs, intellectual needs, physical needs, energetic needs, and spiritual needs. All of these will be covered over time. And all these different 5 areas are on the foundation of self-love, self-acceptance, and self-awareness. So there is a video separately for each of these areas, and though self-acceptance is the same as self-love, I decided to split the two so that we understand the importance of self-acceptance in this entire process of self-care. The links to the individual videos will be made available either in the post or in the comments, so you can have a look at that. We then started off, after understanding the foundation, we started off with emotional needs. And the very first video on emotional needs was understanding the framework, the needs framework, the 5 different stages of needs that we go through, and how it is structured in a way that we go from the safety stage to the comfort stage, growth stage, release stage, and then renewal stage. Each one of us in different areas of our life cycle through these 5 stages over and over again in one form or another. So that was week 1. Week 2 was understanding fears, the 2 different kinds of fears. We have one fear that keeps us safe and which we need to honor, and there is another fear that keeps us stuck in our stage. So pushing through that fear is important if we need to grow. So that week 2 was about understanding the 2 different kinds of fear. Week 3 was understanding the upward and the downward spiral of emotions. As we go through the different stages of our needs, most of us get stuck in the release stage. We are accumulating stuff. We are not able to release our emotions, the old emotions that we have experienced. And holding on to those emotions creates a downward spiral of our emotional state, and releasing, being able to release these emotions creates a upward spiral of expansion and growth. So that was week 3. Week 4, we talked about understanding that every emotion, especially a negative emotion, is just a messenger. A negative emotion brings with it a message and will stay indefinitely with us until we are in a situation where we accept the message, decode the message, and act on the message. The moment we understand the message, the messenger leaves. And what is that message that the negative emotion brings? Every negative emotion brings with it the message of an unmet emotional need. And the moment we are able to become aware of that unmet need, the messenger, which is the emotion, goes away. Week 5, the topic of week 5 was emotional independence. Most of us go around life expecting other people, other situations, outside situations, and depending on the outside situations or people to make us happy, to complete ourselves. And week 5's video is about emotional independence. We need to take responsibility for our own happiness. We may be hurt because of the actions of somebody else, but we can be happy by our own effort, by our own actions. So that is the message of week 5, emotional independence. Week 6 is something that automatically happens when we take charge of our own emotions, and that is happiness. So the topic of week 6 is happiness, how we go through life, going through the different stages of happiness, and how life, different situations in life, bring down our happiness muscle, and we can then work to build our happiness muscle through the different stages, is what week 6 is about. The final video in our series on emotional needs was about something that we crave, is something that is so vital to our life. Just like oxygen is needed by our physical body to exist, all of us need love. We need to receive love and we need to give love. And for both receiving and giving love, we must be in a situation where we can love ourselves. Self love makes it possible for us to receive love and to give love. So do watch the videos that you may have missed, and we will continue next week with our discussion on intellectual needs. Thank you for joining me. This is Nirmala Shekhar signing off. Bye bye. Namaste. Do subscribe and hit the bell button for more weekly content on self-care. And if you want even more actionable content on self-care, do join me in the Facebook group for weekly lives, discussions, and more tips.